Now, what I want to do is I want to share Thinkorswim here because I haven't looked at the charts in a while because like I told you all, I've been doing a lot of pre-recorded content and I haven't been looking at the charts in a while. However, I do want to kind of go back to something that I had said, in previous episodes. Now, the one thing I want to tell you is that this is the S&P 500, right? This is SPX, and this is a daily chart. And as we can see, I have a line drawn from the stock market's all-time high, and we have a trend line. And the stock market has been trending, right? It's pretty much been trending on that downtrend. But still, we're nowhere near this low that we made in October. Like we're still nowhere near it, right? And if we look at it, on this particular trend line, we have, since we broke above this trend line, we have came down briefly and came back up. And I'm going to zoom in here a little bit closely for us. As we can see, we had a red day in the market. And so now it's a possibility that we may be able to retest this 3808.86 level, right? Because we see that this could potentially be some support here. We see some trading around here, so some consolidating around this particular level. This we can see is a key level because there's a gap between this day and the next day. So we're pretty much in an area to where we could see maybe a bounce, maybe we continue to bleed down. I don't particularly know, but the market at the end of the day did not like what it heard towards the end of the day. And I'm going to show you all what had happened, okay, in the market today, right? I'm going to show you all what happened. And so this is a 15-minute chart. This is a short-term chart. And so we can see the stock market was trading above 4,000 today. Like it had peaked a little bit, but then it started to come down, and it was just kind of ranging. But again, this is a 15-minute chart. So every single one of these bars that we see represents a 15-minute time period. We see that the last 30 minutes of the stock market, right, we bled down. Like all of the volume came into the stock market to send the market down in the last 30 minutes of the stock market. And so this is kind of showing us that the market really didn't like what it heard, and we can continue to see more bleeding tomorrow, more bleeding Friday. Like we really don't know, but at the end of the day, we just have to wait and see, right? We just have to wait and see what happens at the end of the day, because the market over the next few days and weeks is going to kind of decide how it feels about what the Fed does. We're going to hear more things about the banking crisis, all things of that nature. But if we just sit back and just take a look at these charts, right, and we just look at what has happened, we were at our all-time high. We came down, made our current bear market cycle low. We made our current bear market cycle low. And we haven't been anywhere near it since. We may come down and retest it, we may not. But if you just look at this, right, I have 4,200 here outlined, okay? 4,200 is a major level of resistance for this market, right? Major level of resistance. 4,300 is 4,330 is a level of resistance I would say would be an even more significant level of resistance, because we haven't seen 4,300 since August of last year. So if we were to get past 4,200, 4,300 would be an even more significant level of resistance. We hit 4,200, but we pretty much bounced off pretty significantly, and we haven't been sniffing it since then. And this sell-off that we had today kind of tells me we'll probably sell off again and probably retest this level, maybe hold the trend line, maybe not, maybe break down below. I don't know what it's necessarily going to do. But if we just look at it, the market's just been ranging. It's been ranging sideways, consolidation. I look at this and I say a lot of people have been accumulating shares just between this particular point. They've been accumulating shares in SPY, accumulating shares in QQQ, accumulating shares in certain stocks that they want to hold over the long term. And so what we got to understand is that the market is just going to be consolidating, I feel, for the remainder of this year Maybe next year. I don't know what the market is going to do, right? But we have to understand that we need to be building positions now. We need to be building positions. We need to be accumulating these shares. And that's exactly what I want us to do.